Mars is the world next door, the fourth planet from the Sun.
So Mars is kind of the Goldilocks planets. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's just right. If it was too big, it would have retained a lot of activity and erased all the evidence that we're looking for.
That's what she said.
If it was too small, it never would have undergone the same processes that form the Earth, and so it's really just right.
And quite likely the first planet on which human explorers will one day land.
In the way that science fiction often becomes reality, Mars is now a prime candidate for future manned exploration and even colonization.
Stay cool. Thor News presents... Zoo! You're right, sir. Asteroids are close. Yeah, that's right. Welcome to Asteroid Challenge Fight Club.
This is space. There's space all over the place.
I need your love. This is a Thor News presentation. Hit the button, baby. NASA and Mars are like two peas in a pod. I can't tell if Mars controls NASA or NASA controls Mars. All right, we got a wonderful story here. NASA's been all bananas about vegetables lately. First, it was historic vegetable moments in the International Space Station.
Historic vegetable moment on the space station.
I hope that brings a smile to your face as it does mine. And now, Space Daily, which is our portal to space, is telling us that the first tomatoes and peas have been harvested from a mock Martian farm. That is fantastic. So we got some scientists playing make-believe that they're on Mars. I imagine they're trying to recreate the conditions as closely as possible, which is probably just like Earth. And then they grew some tomatoes and peas. And they said like it was like Mars. You know, man, it's like when you play pretend, you can do whatever you want. And so it's like NASA Martian cosplay. Some Martian strawberries, some Martian peaches. I'm dreaming of some Martian peaches right now. All right. Round 2 of the Martian farming experiment at Wageningen University and Research Center in the Netherlands has proven more successful than the last. Okay, great. I guess they tried to grow mock potatoes and tomatoes before, and they just did it way better this time. See, you get better at make-believe every time you try it. This week, researchers announced a bountiful harvest from soil designed to mimic the makeup of Martian soil. Harvested crops included tomatoes, peas, rye, garden rocket, can you eat that? Radish, and garden cress. Well, that soup doesn't sound too delicious. What about onions? If you do rhubarb next, I'm going to be offended. Because I don't even like rhubarb pie when there's no other pie to choose from. You know what I'm saying? What about some Martian weed? Can you grow hemp on Mars? It's an extremely useful resource, buddy. Don't let government fool you, science. Scientists said that lessons learned during round 1 allowed for greater success during the second iteration of the experiment. Hey man, what about Martian lovemaking data? You guys need any of that? I can pretend like I'm on Mars, and then ask Sage to marry me, and then after marriage we can fool around, and then I can give you guys data. It'll be fun. Okay. We used trays instead of small pots and added organic material, freshly cut grass, to the Mars and Moon soil stimulant. Wow, man, they used fresh grass to make their experiment work. It sounds like excellent advice to all you adults planning to mock up your own Martian experiment. This solved the problem we had with watering in the first experiment, and also added manure to the soils. Well, thank you, gentlemen. That is something scientists are great at, is adding manure to their soiled experiment. Researchers said the Mars soil stimulant generated biomass on par with the Earth control soil and was equally productive when properly prepped and watered. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you love anything, properly prep it and water it, or it might die. Scientists also tested soil made to simulate lunar soil. Oh man, I just simulated plutonian soil in my pants right now. I didn't know what that means. That was stupid. Okay, -1. I just dab thumbs myself, because that joke was so bad. Moon soil simulant produced much less biomass and was only able to support spinach. Alright, somebody send Popeye to the moon. That mofo will come back with some major science and some moon water, and maybe moon spinach. The growing experiments were conducted in glass containers under tightly controlled conditions. Well, great. Sounds like the James Webb Space Telescope. Constant temperature, humidity, and light conditions were made to mimic growing conditions on Earth. But when they show us this stuff from Mars, it looks just like Earth. But they say it's different. But scientists say a lot of shit, man. This is because we expect that first crop growth on Mars and Moon will take place in underground rooms to protect plants from hostile environment, including cosmic radiation. Said Wayne Link. There's a weird name. Why not learn to grow plants in the cosmic radiation, man? That'd be the cool thing to do. You know, like, make your environment adapt to you. That's what I always say, even though it's the exact opposite of what Sun Tzu says. Maybe I don't always say that. No, I have to go back and watch my own videos. Do I say that? While the first two experiments focused on crop viability, the next will look at edibility and food safety. Because Martian soil contains heavy metals like lead, arsenic, and mercury. Researchers need to study toxin levels in harvested crops. Researchers are currently seeking crowdfunding for the third experiment. Hell yeah, dude. Okay, great. Okay, I'm gonna break. That is so cool, man. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ask Sage if she wants to do some mock Martian cosplay experiments or something. Pretend that I'm cool or sexy. Alright. Forget it. Science is stupid. I quit you. I quit you, science. I quit you. Oh, but still, God bless everybody. And have a great day. Peace out.